Hey everybody, thanks for coming back and joining me. Thought I would pop in here and give you another update on the progress of my 3D printer here. Not a whole lot to show today. I'm planning on getting some more work done this week as I can. I got a lot of things on the books to do this week, but I'm trying to make some progress. Let me see here. I have gotten a little bit farther. I made some brackets for my ZAxis. I have not got the brackets made for my cross axis yet. What is that, the X-axis? So it's just laying here right now. Let me see if I can show you here. Give you a split screen. This is just sitting here. It's still a work in progress. I did put on some longer cables other than the ones that come with the motors. I think it had like 8-inch leads that came with it. Let me see here. Yeah. Let's just see here. Oh, I'll just do it under this one. That's what came with the motor. And I got on Amazon and found some that are pre-made on both ends. A little bit longer. They got both ends on them. So hopefully that'll work out well. That's what we've got there. I have, this is the part I'm working on right now, is the, I guess that's the Y-axis. Seems backwards to me, but I think this is what everybody's calling the Y-axis. I've got my bushings made. I'm not sure, actually I probably should have went back and looked at my other video to see where I left off, but what I'm doing, I haven't got these cleaned up yet, but I don't have the ability to print anything yet. One of the things that I want to print will be 3D printed bearings, bushings, so that I can redo all these mounts and make them a little better. But I have been able to take, all this is CPVC plastic pipe. Let me, there we go. This is just a small piece of CPVC pipe. I'm reaming it out to a 1/2 inch to fit on my 1/2 inch rails. And then I just made some brackets and zip tied them in. Seems to be okay. I'll have to polish everything up, oil it, you know, make it a little slicker because I don't have any actual bearings. The 1/2 inch linear bearings are very expensive. And as you know, I'm trying to build this as cheap as possible, just enough to get by. And then once I get it up and running, I can upgrade it and hopefully make it better and better and better. But right now the goal is just to get the thing to move. I want to get it moving. So that's the step I'm working on right now, is getting my motor mounted. Get that motor mounted in here. Not sure exactly how I'm going to do it yet, but I'll get it in here, and then I'll move on to the next step. So that's kind of what I got going right now. Let's see here. Let me go back. I got the motors and the rods for the Z-axis roughed in. I have got to go find me some 3mm by 20mm long screws to go through this polycarbonate. I just happen to have a scrap piece. It's pretty thick. Kind of big old scrap piece out in the shed, so I thought, what the heck, you know? We'll use that for now. I think it's, let's see, it's about 15 millimeters thick. So that's pretty solid. And let me set this out of the way here. As you've seen in my last video, I'm kind of prone to knocking things in the floor. Luckily, I haven't torn anything up yet. But this is just slightly above my aluminum extrusion or tubing. And so whatever I put on top of here will be above the aluminum and should leave me 498 millimeters of travel there. So that's close enough. So that's coming along just as I wanted. So we'll see how that goes. And I haven't got the travel worked out on this yet. I need to get these screws and see how I want to do it all. And it's all just roughed in. It's not all tightened down and not squared up and all that yet. Right now I'm still roughing things in and trying to calculate my lengths and measurements and find different ways to make it go. I'll be glad to have all this stuff done mechanically so that I can move on to putting the control boards in the box and getting all the wiring done. And I'm going to do a live stream when I get to that point. I should have everything ready and here so that I can just start on it. Hopefully I can get some of you guys in on a chat and you can help me along, because I'm sure I'm going to run into issues that, you know, I can take a long time to try to figure out, or you guys can just share your experiences and help me find the solution quicker. So that's what I'm hoping for soon. And get all the mechanicals wrapped up and start putting the controls together and see if we can get this thing to run. There's a wire hanging down to my camera here. There we go. Let's see, what else have I made progress on since my last video? Already had all this done. My extruder, I haven't started on that issue yet. I didn't really want a Bowden system. I was wanting a direct drive system. I believe that ANET A8 has a direct drive system, and that's kind of what I had my mind set on, because originally I was going to buy an A8 and then start modifying it. And part of me wishes I'd have went ahead and went that way, but I think in the end, you know, it's going to take me longer to get started, and that's driving me crazy because I'm itching to get something printing and start tinkering with all that stuff, and it's just not happening quick enough for me. But it is what it is. Let's see. If you're curious what I'm doing over here, I have the remote app for Streamlabs OBS, the remote control app here, and it's pretty handy. I know some people are using a Stream Deck. I think it's hardwired in and got buttons, but this works pretty handy. You know, I can change screens, and I don't know if you can see that right there, but I can switch between screens there. I can go full screen, split screen, top down full screen. It's pretty handy. You can toggle on the record and live streams, anything you want right there. It's very, very responsive, so I'm happy with that, and that didn't cost me nothing. That app was free. Just go to the App Store and download it if you want to try it. It works great for me. I am not, I think on my last video I was using, I'm pretty sure I was using my cell phone. I thought I had a genius idea and connect my cell phone to my network and use it as a camera to stream with or record video. And that didn't work out as well as I thought. After I got it all done, it appeared like it was doing an awesome job. The video itself, the picture quality was great, but the frame rate, it was losing probably 75% of the frames, and that was due to lag because it was going from the phone through the wireless to the network and then back through the network cable to the computer, and it was just out of sync, and it was a mess. But I learned that's not going to work, so I'll move on. Right now I'm only operating on 720p cameras. I've got 3 of them now. I've picked them up, each one of them. Let's see, 2 of them was $1 a piece at Goodwill, and then the third one I got last night at a Goodwill store in Muncie, and I think it was like $2.99. I hooked it up this morning, and I've got that set up for my face cam right there on the computer. It's got 6 LEDs and everything on it, but you know, trying to get by cheap here. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, if you remember, let me get this. Remember in the last video, I showed this, and I also showed it on a Google Hangouts once. I was considering using this hot tray for cooking food, and it's in a aluminum case that I can take it out of the case and use it and mount it to my bed or mount it to my carriage to use as a hotbed. And what I thought I would do is I would get 2 or 3 of them and just take the plates and make a mount for them and use that. And I'm still going to try that. I'm going to see how it works. May or may not work, I don't know, but it's a 120 volt hotbed, heats up very quick, and it's actually it's made right into a piece of glass, or attached right to a piece of glass. It doesn't look like it would separate from the glass. It looks like it's all made together. I haven't tore it apart yet, but I want to take all the frame off of it and see. So I've been watching for this. I got this for $2.99 at Goodwill, and it came with its cord. It's down there. So $2.99 at Goodwill for a 120 volt heated bed. And if it doesn't work, no big deal. I see them on eBay, they're wanting 25 bucks for them because it's vintage. So I figure I can't get hurt. If nothing else, I'll use it or sell it or whatever. But if it works, hotbed for $2.99. Let's see here. It's looks like it's 170 by 295. Maybe slightly more once I get this trim off. Yeah, probably 300. 180 by 300. And you know, if I got 2 or 3 of those, 300. Yes, let's see here, 300. Too long. Anyway, so that's kind of what I'm tinkering with. You guys got any ideas or thoughts on that? Boy, feel free to leave comments. Talk to me about it. Tell me what you're thinking. Always open to new ideas and different ways of thinking. The only goal is to find ways to make this stuff work cheap. That's the goal. If I can get this thing up and running cheap, I'm in good shape. So anyway, like I said, I showed you that last week, or yeah, in the last video. And guess what happened last night? I told you I got the webcam at Goodwill last night. I got another one. This one's even bigger. So it's not a match set, but I'll keep my eyes open. Again, this one was $3.99. And I'll put it up here so you can see it. This one's a little bit fancier. I'm gonna pop this cord off here. Get it out of the way. I'll put it over here. This one's a little bigger. It's a different brand. And it works good. Let me go different screen there. This is a different brand. That one is a hot tray. Yeah, this one's made by Hot Tray. No, it's a Sultan. It's the same brand. Okay, Sultan Hot Tray. And this one is a Sultan Hot Tray. It's just a bigger version. Okay, they're the same brand. Cool. So, anyway, I tested it. Now, one of the differences in this one is it's already got a dial here for adjusting the temperature wherever you want. Now, I have not plugged it in and turned it on high to see what the max is. I know that little one, I was getting 200 degrees. So this one here, I would imagine I'll get the same temperature, but just more area. So this one here, we're looking at about 370 by 220. So that's pretty good. 370 by 220. If I was to get a second one of these, I'll have to look these up on eBay and see if I can get any of these. You know, even if I could get it for $5 or $10, that would give me, what is that, 220? That'd give me a 440 by 370. That's almost a 400 by 400 build platform. That would get me started. And, you know, I'm going to have $10 in it. So, very excited about that. And it again, it's already on a glass. Now I might take them and make a mount. Something along these lines. Obviously get two matching ones, but if I was to put them on that mount like that and then maybe put a thin glass over it or an aluminum over it, aluminum plate over it or something, you know, that's worth something. I think this is going to work, but you let me know. What do you think? Do you think it's going to work? Let's find out. So those are the new updates in that area. Let's see. And that's all the new stuff that I've gotten. I think. Oh, well, no. I got my couplings, and I got some filament in. It's cheap. $8. I think it was $8.99 on Amazon. It was Sun Lu, and I asked a couple guys, and some of them said it was okay. But just for working bugs out of this and tinkering and learning, you know, I don't want to put anything expensive on there. So, and I like yellow. Yellow is one of my favorite colors, so I'll make some parts for my printer out of yellow once I get it up and running. We'll see how it works. It's PLA, supposed to be. Yeah. Sunlu, PLA, and it just says yellow, nothing fancy. So that's what we got there. And really, I think that's all I've got going so far. I got my motor couplings, I got my wires, my leads. Yeah. So I got my motor couplings, my wire leads, and my filament was the last things that I got in. And then the hotbed. So that's kind of where I'm at. I guess as far as that goes, I'll call it quits for now. And button this up, see if I can make some more progress on getting this motor mounted and get some more things done to this printer so I can make you another video and show the progress. Like I said, I'm gonna try to get enough done and then maybe do an update video each week. I'm sorry it's going so slow at the beginning. You know, I wish I could do a live stream on the whole build. I didn't record a lot of the video, but so many of these steps have been, okay, today I took the aluminum tubing and I cut it to 600 millimeters. Boom, that was the end of it. That's not, to me, that's not worth doing a live stream on. It's just been little bits and pieces here and there when I have a few minutes. One day I took a few minutes and I cut my corners. You know, there again, I don't think it's live stream worthy, but I'm trying to get it squared away and get the mechanicals all put together, and then I'll do a live stream as we put the controls together, put the firmware in, finish wiring it all up, and see if we can get this thing motivating. I want to do all of that in one live stream, so hopefully it won't be too much longer. I hope you'll follow along. You know, if you're interested in getting something built on the cheap, or if you're interested in seeing different ways to build things, please click the like and subscribe. Click the bell if you want to get notifications when I do put the streams up or upload videos. I have links in the bottom in the description. If anybody does feel the need to help support the channel, that's fine. Anything that ever gets donated will go right back into materials or equipment or whatever to help make this a better channel. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks for coming and joining me, and see you again soon. Bye.